Hello everyone and welcome back to Niche, the Tribe of the Sea, and we are here with our water tribe who's currently set up on this mountain island, and so far so good. Things have actually been going quite well. We're definitely increasing in food, and our tribe population, although still a little bit large, is fairly stable it seems. I definitely do want to try and let it, I definitely want it to go down a little bit more. We're still right now having babies faster than our creatures are dying off, and that's not necessarily a good thing. It's not really a sustainable population to constantly have 40 nichelings. Ideally, I'd like to get it down to 30, if not 20, but since we have so many separate lines right now, that's probably not going to be possible, at least not for this season. We'll see what ends up happening in the next season, but I definitely do enjoy the story aspect of this, and so it's kind of hard to do when you have so many nichelings. And I'd like to see if we can maybe next season focus a little bit more on the individual stories now that our genetics are getting more settled. So let's go ahead and I think we'll start a new day because I think we've done pretty much everything we can do here. And it looks like there's a Crabbit now too. We do have to be kind of mindful of Viper because we don't want her to take any damage, or we don't want her to get anybody else sick. She's gonna take damage no matter what we do. So let's see if, oh, wait a minute. Bahari, now is your time to shine. There we go. Now, was there more here? Oh, there was one more here, I think, that we didn't actually get. Darn it, I thought we managed to get both of them. All right, oh, wait a minute. Newt, this is your chance. Oh my goodness, it's actually Newt's last day, and I'm kind of hoping that Rabbit will head towards him. No, I don't think so, though. I really don't think so. We'll just let him gather up this bunny meat, but he did manage to help with the bunny plague that has kind of settled in on our tribe here that we're trying our best to deal with. And honestly, I think this is Viper's last day. There's really not much we can do for her at this point. We don't have our healing plant available right now. And so there's not much we can do to heal her. And so I think she's probably going to end up passing on. But we'll let her step up here on the land for the first time. She can try to dig, even though it was without success, and sit up here and kind of overlook the sea that has for so long been her home. And I think she's pretty much at peace. I think she can rest easy. Now, we also know her line will definitely carry on because Honoresi here, and where'd he go? There's another, and Takuku too. Oh yeah, and he's all the way over here, Tavon. Oh, and he's actually one of the ones who got the leech. But their line will definitely, her line will carry on through them. So let's take a look too. We have little Mila, and I think she has D and E. Tavon has E and A. That's pretty unfortunate. Let's actually bring him over here. We'll pull that leech off of him, and then Anasira can sit over here. I wonder if these albino creatures are a little bit surprised to see someone who's so dark in coloration, because for so long they've been isolated and surrounded pretty much by others of their own kind. It's been a very long time since they've seen anyone who's at all different. Now, you're probably not going to catch this Razorana. Yeah, unfortunately not. But we can at least let Turtle come and gather a little bit in between having babies here. And we have Von Kyrta, who has the ram horns. I do like that. I like that both of these babies have the ram horns. And actually, well, their genetics are... Yeah, their genetics are compatible. And so I think we will leave them to perpetuate the line and to stop breeding these two probably. Now, with that said, I do want to try and introduce some new genetics to the line. I'd like to expand it a little bit more and hopefully keep it from being so restricted. Right now, this is literally the only family that's going to be our gatherer line. But hopefully at some point in the future that will change, and we'll have a few more creatures who would be... who'll be able to kind of help us do some of that gathering. Let's bring Aqua over here, and she can help Kirku. I eventually do want these guys to end up breeding, and man, we've got so many of these so many of these clam shells that we can actually dig up. Let's come over here, and there's a lot of spots that Lassie here can actually dig up as well. So that's also good. Let's check to see who has the leeches too. So it looks like Crate has one, and we'll let Bermuda pull that off of him. It looks like that would have been Tavon. We actually got it off of him as well. Oh no, Wind has one. Uh-oh, I didn't see that. We gotta be careful because there's Razorana's lurking. But there's nothing we can do for her at this point. And then Luciana, let's bring her over here, and Tavon can pull that off of her. So I think with Crate, there's nobody we could really breed him with, is there? I don't think there's really any females he would be a good match for. So let's see if we can just bring some of these guys a little bit closer this way and kind of keep them in this area. And I think we'll have Crate continue on. Crate does carry the Poison Fangs recessively, and so if we do want to make sure we're going to pass those on, he could be a good option. But I think I would rather use our existing creatures here to kind of integrate it into this line in hopes of then being able to kind of breed it back. So maybe if we were to have, if we were to try and breed in, well, these guys share genetics, so we will probably have to be the next generation, because these guys, they all have ENA is the trouble. But maybe we could also breed them with Aqua and Kirku's line here if we do manage to pass on those Poison Fangs recessively. There are definitely options, so we'll see how that ends up working out. But I do want, if possible, to try and, oh goodness, I was worried for a second that she was actually under the coconut tree, but I think she's okay. But we need to be a little bit cautious because we don't want to have a bunch of sick babies. I would definitely not complain about some new immunity genes, though. These are getting a little bit old, and it might honestly be worth it to kind of combine our lines here. So we have GE, AD, and we do have K through Aqua's line. So KD, and then I think I is the main gene that we don't have here. Wind, honestly, could we breed Wind with someone? G and E, I and D. We could try and breed her with Crate. He doesn't have a lot of time left, and Wind actually really needs to get over here anyway, but it might be worth a shot. We could also potentially breed her with, well, we could breed her with Tavon. Tavon would probably be a better option because then he would have a guarantee of passing on the Poison Fangs, at least recessively. So we'll go ahead and start a new day, I think. And, okay. Okay, she is bleeding, so oh man, I don't want her getting attacked by Razorana's. So the very first thing we need to do is move Kraken right here, and then move Wind here, so that he can lick her wounds, and then we'll bring her up here and we can pull that leech off of her, and then we need to keep her moving this way. Let's see if Turtle can gather and then also do some digging, and we'll let you destroy this nest, and we'll make sure we mark these guys with the yellow because they are going to be our shoreline kind of, they're no pun intended, they're going to be our line that sticks close to the shore rather than venturing into deeper water like our hunter line will probably end up doing. There are so many shells here. How long have we had so many shells here? Oh my goodness. Oh, and let's, now that that little crisis was averted, let's make sure that we gather up all of these berry bushes that need to be gathered. And Bahari, you can actually fish some of those fish out of the water. And then, is it getting colder? Wait a second, you guys, it's getting colder. It's actually getting colder up on the mountains. That's a little bit worrying. That's not something I expected to see happen. And it's definitely a concern. Let's make sure that Wave can gather here. There's lots of food for Wave to scoop up. But we need to be really careful then, because Anako actually is going to end up taking damage from the cold if we don't warm her up here. So let's see if Coconut perhaps can do some digging and then maybe step down here and Shore can actually take out that bunny. That worked perfectly. Let's make sure Shore's actually not super old, so he might be able to help us with the bunny problem in the future too. Although eventually I do want to get all of our creatures off of the island, or the island part, and into the ocean. Let's have Lassie try and gather, and then we definitely need to breed Aqua and Kirku pretty quickly here. Oh, let's make sure we can breed them. Come on, there we go. And we'll have her nest. And then, oh, good job, Kirku. He actually scooped up that shell. Oh my goodness, and so did Alaska, although she didn't manage to dig. I'm gonna bring Bermuda and this group a little closer, honestly, because I don't know that I really want them so far away. I kind of want to keep them a little bit nearer to this region. Let's see. Oh, perfect. All right, and then we can bring Bermuda back. Maybe we can have you come up here. It looks like those fish are doing everything they can to escape by the creatures who are already tired. There's also so many Crabbits here. Oh my goodness. Okay, it looks like you're the only one with the leech, so let's pull that off. And then we'll have you hop down here. Oh, that wasn't smart to turn your back on Luciana. That's a pretty much guaranteed death, honestly. So let's gather that up. And then what I think... So we decided we were going to breed Wind and Tavon. So I'm actually going to have him step this way. And then... Let's see. Who's this? Mamera. D and G. E and A. Sweet. Okay, so we finally have someone who can actually breed with Tavon. Now I'm going to keep breeding this group because we want to see if we can have a male-born who could breed with Honoresi too. Because the more creatures we have, the better the chance that one of them will be genetically compatible, or that some of their descendants will be genetically compatible. But we definitely do want to expand our line as much as possible. There's really not anything for Kelp to do. I don't think there's too much left to do here, honestly. I think we can go ahead and start a new day. Let's make sure that Kirku... Well, Kirku can try and dig, but without success, unfortunately. And, ooh, there's fish, too, that Shimmer could try and hunt down. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll start a new day. And looks like we had another female born. Why don't you swipe that leech before it actually reaches you? And then we'll make sure... Oh, dear, there's another leech. Oh, where is the bunny? I heard another bunny. Oh, let's see. Oh, it was over here? Oh my goodness, Bahari, you better take this bunny out. Oh, and there's the one that stole Manatee's berries. That's no good. Alright, let's have you guys continue to swipe at this Crabbit. Hopefully you can finish it off pretty soon. But not on this turn, unfortunately. And we'll see. It looks like the healing fruit has grown back, and it's actually Anako's last turn. So we'll have her actually gather up some of these poison berries, I think, because it is her last turn, and that'll help us towards, well, I guess we don't have much use for the poison resistance in this tribe. That was more our hero tribe. Oh, and it's Karara's last day, too. Oh. Well, there's not really much we can have her do here, except maybe shake the tree so some more coconuts fall down. We are losing a lot of our creatures, that's for sure. Let's bring Kraken this way and have him do some digging, and Kore and Von Kirta here can kind of explore the area around their little home here and see if they can find any food. Let's see if Shimmer can maybe catch some of these fish too. There we go. And not Turtle. Turtle can dig, but oh, and let's see if Tavon can catch this Razorana, and then we'll bring Wind here, have them breed. Oh no, and it didn't actually work this time. Do they have... Oh, Wind has really bad fertility, so we need to make sure we get better fertility in there, and we should make sure we have the mutation menu set too. I always forget to do that. I think we're trying to merge... Well... Yeah, we're trying to merge her line into... Like, we're trying to merge... Because E and A, are they... We have E... We don't actually have A, so I actually won't change the claws, or the paws here. We'll leave that with kind of a one combo, because then whatever genes they end up with can kind of branch back. But we will go ahead and actually put the, the swimming feet, or actually, no, she has the tail. We'll put the web-tied legs in here. And then for Tavon, he already has his jeans set, so that's good. Anaresi can try and dig, but unfortunately without success. We also have Cease, who has A and E. So, unfortunately, not quite the genetic combination we were looking for, but still helpful. And let's see if we can maybe catch some of these fish. Yes, we can. Very, very good. Alright, you can step up here. We're actually holding steady with our population. We've been at 37 for several turns now. Oh, and there's more fish to try and catch here. That worked out. And let's see if you two can take on this Crabbit, maybe? They're both pretty strong. Yeah, there we go. That Crabbit did not stand a chance. Now, Crate is also getting pretty old, so we'll let him kind of make his way back here and kind of spend some time with his family, perhaps. To kind of realize, oh wait, who? Okay, Kirvanku has a leech, so let's bring Alaska down to help him out. But he can kind of come over and meet this family as the lines are kind of combining, and we have an albino baby born here, actually. Okay, Kuro did get the poison fang, so that's really good to see, but unfortunately he didn't get that K gene that we're trying to pass on, so we've got to keep trying. There we go. And, oh, you succeeded in digging that up, too. That worked out really, really well. We gotta, no, Lossie's actually okay. It's a Wave that we don't want to send in too deep, and Lysana here. But I think that's about it for this turn. Maybe we'll bring Mila down a little bit. Or no, Mila's actually... Wait a second. EA. No, Mila is not the one we were going to end up breeding. That would be Mamera here. We'll make sure we mark her with the blue to indicate that she is a deep water creature. And then I think we'll go ahead and we'll start a new day. Alright, I saw a lot of shells spawn in, it looks like, and Crabbits. Wow, lots of things are happening here. My goodness, and leeches, of course. Wouldn't be complete without leeches. Oh, Bahari, are you going to be able to maybe catch that bunny? No, not our berries. Oh, Cambe, on your last turn, too. Oh, that's upsetting. Well, we'll let her at least gather some of these poison berries. Coco is also getting pretty old. And honestly, I don't know how much I want these creatures, like, I don't know how much I want to replace these creatures on the shore. I really want to transition our tribe towards being self-sufficient in the water. And so I kind of want to just let our land genes slowly die off here. And we'll leave our water creatures will be the ones who we kind of just leave to it in many ways. And, so I don't know. I don't really know if we want to continue to replace the creatures on the shore. At this point, I think it might be better to just leave our creatures here in the water where they seem to feel most comfortable. We certainly do have a lot of food. Now, we'll let Wind do some digging after making her nest there. And Shimmer can kind of poke around. Oh, there is a fish swarm here she can go after. And I do see a Raised Rana approaching this group. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, Rarako is pretty much the creature we've been looking for. Okay, Alaska, you can definitely spend your last day catching Raised Ranas. And Crate, why don't you do the same? You can come and sit by this family here. Now, Rarako, I think, is definitely a creature we want to keep pretty close. In fact, we could probably also... Tavon is probably going to be in pretty high demand when it comes to breeding because he has such good genes. He's probably going to end up being one of the founding fathers of many different branches of this line. But I think Rarako here is definitely someone who we want to kind of keep... And we definitely want to pass her genetics on because she has the poison fangs, so we'd have a good chance of passing those on. And she has the double claw, she has the web-tine legs, she even has one of the tail fins. So, but I think that is what we'll give her, is we'll give her the tail fin, and then we'll give her better fertility here. And I think those will be some pretty good genes for her. So let's let Kirku destroy these nests, and Aqua has pretty much passed on the genes she's been trying to. So we'll let her try and dig, and she can pretty much spend her final few days in peace here because she's really concluded what she came to do. Now we'll bring Kirvanku down here. along with Duke New. We'll let them kind of make their way this way. I don't really see any shells for them to pick up, unfortunately, but maybe some will spawn in soon. Takuku, maybe you can gather some of this algae up. I don't normally like gathering it, but because that does tend to spawn leeches. But nevertheless, it could be a good thing here. Let's see if you can actually swipe at that Crabbit, and then Turtle can actually take a swipe at it as well. And we'll just see, unfortunately, she didn't manage to actually take it out. But we'll let these guys kind of crowd around and maybe learn from Narisi how to hunt these Crabbits and hunt them down. Maybe Mila. Uh-oh, Mila's got a leech, so we do need to be cautious of that. I think she's the only one, though. So we'll let Luciana, kind of guide her this way because there is a fish swarm here and some shells to pick up too. And we had our first male born, so D and E. Unfortunately, not quite genetically compatible with Honorisi here. That's kind of unfortunate, but we'll keep breeding them and see if a future baby may end up having some better luck. So let's see here. I think that's about it for this turn. It looks like we're about ready to wrap up. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Rary, I forgot about you again, our little bunny hunter. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting she's even here. She's so far away, but she really is a creature of the mountains. And honestly, after being caught in a block of ice, she may prefer the solitude in many ways. She was caught in that ice for so long that it probably feels pretty natural to be alone. I imagine she perhaps wandered off, and she perhaps is used to this sort of adventure and being off on her own like this. She's certainly managing just fine and hasn't seemed too affected by the cold, so that at least is good. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today, I think, because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.